Hmm. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11 a.m.
You know what that means. It's BEATnik Story Time! Yes! Hey, boys and girls, it's your boy D.R.E.S. Oh, yeah, and it's BEATnik Story Time. I miss you guys. 24 hours, oh my goodness, it goes by. It takes so long sometimes. I miss you all so much. But guess what? I have a wonderful story for you today. The story is The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. So, before I get started, I want you all to get nice and settled, have a seat, grab a blanket, do whatever you have to do to get comfortable because this is going to be a good one. I'll wait. While I'm waiting, hi parents, hi grandparents. Thank you for letting the kids come and hang out with me this morning. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for being here. Hey kids, are you ready? Okay. So here we go. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax? And why was it there? And why is it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old Onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the Onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of the store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of myth muttered moof. And on special dank midnights in August he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail and the shell of a great 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 grandfather snail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snoovy, his secret strange hole in his grooveless glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper-ma-phone, for the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Slup, Down slips the whisper-phone to your ear, and once the old onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, as he sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swami swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffula trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barber boots frisking about in their barber boot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those truffula trees. All my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill, and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft, and I knit it a need. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked, and I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him, that's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you made out of my truffula tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped down just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a need. needs a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for your bicycle seats. The Lorax said, "Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who will buy that fool's need." But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the need I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. "You poor stupid guy. You can never tell what some people will buy." Bum bum bum. Uh-oh. "I repeat," cried the Lorax, "I speak for the trees." "I'm busy," I told him. "Shut up, if you please." I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, "Listen here. Here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch. Turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch." Oh, no. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. They were all knitting needs, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker and whacked off 4 truffula trees in one smacker. We were making feeds 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, "I am the Lorax, who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. I am also in charge of the brown barber boots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits, and happily live eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go around, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies." "They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys," he cried, and he sent them away. I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of the crummies in tummies, you know. meant no harm. I most certainly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads. Of the needs I shipped out, I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came with more gripes. I am the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled, he sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a cruffulous croak. Onceler, you're making such smogular smoke. My poor swammy swams, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here. So I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you smogged up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about Gluppity Glup. Your machinery chugs on, day and night without stop, making Gluppity Glup also Schloppity Schlop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old onceler man, you. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Onceler is messing up the environment, boys and girls. Wow. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering, and biggering, and biggering, and biggering, turning more truffula trees into needs, which everyone needs. Oh. Is Mr. Onceler a good guy or a bad guy? If you say good guy, make some noise. If you say bad guy, make a whole lot of noise. Whoa! And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. No more truffula trees. What? Oh, man. That's not good at all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left, neath the bad-smelling sky, was my big factory empty, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing. Just give me a chance. Just gave me a very sad backwards glance as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of his place, through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word: unless. Whatever that meant, well, I couldn't guess. But that was long, long ago. But each day since that day, I've sat here worried and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, said the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch, calls a Onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. The end. And that was The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. Today on BEATnik Story Time. So, did you guys enjoy the story? There's a very valuable lesson in it, and that is to protect the environment. Can you say environment, boys and girls? Environment. Environment. Very good. Yes, we all live on Mother Earth, and Mother Earth needs to always be protected. Even in times like this, we need to protect Mother Earth. And the ways we do these things to protect Mother Earth is to recycle, to make sure that we put out our trash, make sure that we clean up litter, to make sure that we don't use a whole lot of spray cans all the time. Um, to water the plants and the flowers and the grass and the trees, and be good to one another, if you please. And that's how we take care of the planet, which takes care of us. So, kids, are you ready for a human beatbox? You ready for a beat? Yeah! All right. So, what shall we do today? Okay. I think I got one. I hope you like it. Are you ready? I'm ready too. So, let's see. On the count of 3, start clapping with me. 1, 2, 3. Parents, grandparents, you do it too. And that concludes BEATnik Story Time, boys and girls. My name is D.R.E.S, and as always, don't forget to listen to your mommy and daddy and your grandma and grandpa. Make sure you wash your hands so they're nice and clean. Don't put dirty hands on your face. Make sure you do something nice for someone today. And as always, take care of the environment. That's a very important lesson that we learned today. So, as always, I will see you on Monday. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay? I love you. Bye-bye now.